everybody to our new ice fishing series. Today's video we're going to be targeting some brook trout on a backcountry lake. We have some people here today with us. We actually found this lake on a backcountry map we bought a while ago, but we got a long trek there, so let's get to it.
I think sleds are overrated, so 50 pounds plus this and this, probably another 10 pounds. Then we gotta go through this shit.
Oh Jesus. River crossing. We have this, I think, hopefully one hill to climb and then back down it, and then it's only about 200 yards, 300 from the road, so we should be good. Yeah, I think it'll definitely be worth it, hopefully. Joe. The air is very cold, eh?
See why people say pack light. So, you're supposed to pack light in these situations. We're f***ing sick. So we brought the AquaView fish finder and the drill.
There you go. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Small little lake. Welcome to the backcountry. Alright, so this is actually our first time fishing for brook trout. Now brook trout, apparently the experts say catch them shallow, between 3 to 5 feet of water, and then throughout the day they go a little bit deeper. But most of their food's a little shallow, even where like broken trees have fell down, and branches and sticks, and even beaver dams you could fish them under. They're basically where the food is, and these guys actually set up some holes here, basically in a line. I'm guessing it goes from 3 to 4 to 5 feet. There's a lot of sticks on the ground as well. So we're going to follow that advice first. And if that doesn't work out, we're going to see if we can adapt and find our own way of catching them. And here's their weather chart up here. Test it out. It's not that cold today, but it's colder than it usually was. But it's probably the coldest day so far this winter. It hasn't been a cold winter at all. But the ice is about... How thick is the ice, do you think? 8 inches, which isn't bad. It's a very, very small lake, as you guys can see, but let's get her going. We don't have minnows. A lot of people that use live minnows or even worms, we couldn't get it. It's, you know, a lot of things are closed now due to the pandemic, but we're gonna try to see if we could find a way to catch them without them. And if that doesn't work out, then we're pretty much screwed and we learn our lesson. But let's get going. Bought an AquaView to help us scout some fish out and also get to see how fish react to any lure you're using and all that stuff. So this is our first time using it. We just bought it actually a week ago. See how she goes.
Ice is pretty thick here too. That should be okay. Just like that. You just want to scout the hole. Clips in like that. Short
Take
second.
the camera off the top.
Take
this
plastic. Is it on?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys could see. It's kind of shitty, but that's my lure dancing around there. And if something wants it, I'll be able to see it. So it gives me a pretty good advantage. And if they don't want it, then I know when it's the right time to change it up and try something new. It's about 8:45. We're gonna start fishing soon. Jesse's just drilling some holes around the whole shoreline, maybe, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, all along, zigzag it, and we're just gonna work each hole maybe 10 minutes, and then after maybe an hour we'll completely walk to the other side or try something new. But this is the plan for now. Like I said before, I'm basically just using anything that kind of mocks the shine or flash of a minnow. I also added a little piece of gulp there to add some scent to it. I'm going to switch around lures. It's a little murky, the water, but just going to hop all these holes, go along it until we get some bites. I'm not going to jig it too aggressively, but like this is the bottom here, so it's about not even 4 or 5 feet. It's good depth. I wonder what Jesse's up to.
So the goal here today, Luke was over there on the other end of that point. We're just in a little bay here. I'm on another end of the point, and I drilled maybe 12 holes between us, and I'm just gonna fish here. I'm gonna cycle through my jigging wrap, micro jig, and a small spoon here, and maybe this later on. And I'm gonna go through each hole, jig each rod, and figure out which is getting the bite. It's says it's only 3 feet, which is apparently the optimal depth for brook trout, but we're gonna figure it out. Pop a couple holes and pop some more holes until we find something. But we're gonna start off in 3 feet, and hopefully I can do something here. But you know, I'm a very serious deep water ice fisherman, and I don't really like going shallow too much. So this is completely new territory for me, and we're gonna see what's going on. Oh, and I also broke the spoon. The spoon is broken, so this is how we're doing it today, boys. Just like that. Yeah, just like that. I'm starving. Absolutely starving. All I had was a monster and a sandwich this morning. Got some jerky in the bag, and hopefully we get a brook trout to eat later. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see that, but I made a huge mistake. And I should have peeked my head through the hole, see what depth it was at, and I didn't. So, it's pretty shallow and there's a lot of weeds down there, but that's gross. I think I'm gonna just take the fish finder and one of my rods and just do a walk across all the holes I popped, and hopefully something with like 5 feet of depth. I'm thinking maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 8, because there's a lot of weeds on the bottom here, and not a lot of cruising happening, but we're gonna see.
Alright, so still nothing. Our plan is we're just going to go to a whole different spot down the lake. We tried all the tactics we can, different depths, different lures. We don't have live bait, but we still didn't see anything or get even any bites. That's what's weird about things like this. It's just all these experts will recommend certain things, like certain lures and their favorite depths and what they found and had most success in, but really it's, you know, they could even be fishing these lakes that are just easy to catch fish or stuff like that. But when you're on a lake where you know nothing about, or it's your first time, you could try everything you want and it might not work out. You might have to figure it out yourself, and that's what we're going to do right now. Alright, here's the plan. We'll go to that spot there, wherever that little marsh or river is.
Yeah, it's a little marsh.
Near it. I'll fish shallow. I'll drill some holes. Coming out.
It looks flat. You see how the hill comes down? Over there?
Yeah.
It looks flat. Over there too looks flat, but we came down a giant hill to get there too, right? So that might be another good option there too. I don't know if I had a bite in here, or a fish in here, or a school went by, but I couldn't see anything.
Okay, so anyways, we'll drill some holes. I'll be shallow. You'll go deep. We'll test different depths.
Yeah, we'll do.
And then we'll do like 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet if we can.
Yeah.
and then all the way up to like 12,
We'll do
12 15
we'll do
feet.
a straight line from out of shore. Come try to get.
Yeah, straight line, and then if we find a depth we like, we'll go across from
Or
it.
if we find some structures or rocks with the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll change where we're gonna do our line, right? So first hole, check with the camera, check with the fish finder, right, and then we'll work from there.
Yeah. Let's catch some fish, man. God. Set up. We're starting a little shallow, then we're just going along, getting a little deeper. We're going to test each hole. Now I'm going to use this aqua view, check some structure, see if there's any weeds or fallen logs there, see if we can find fish swimming around. Haha. See? Let's see what we could find down there. Alright, there's the bottom. Got a lot of weeds. And some logs, some rock. Very, very cool. This looks like a good area.
See any rocks down there? Oh yeah. Oh, that's useful.
It's a rock.
Spin around, bring it up mid-column, see if you can find a school. Because clarity's not too far, eh?
It's too far. Can't see that. But this is really cool. This is a good spot. Found the fish. Look at this. Look at this noob. Look. Bare hands. Minus 16 offside. Great. Tip for you guys. Get yourself a little gun case to store your rods when you're transporting them. And all you have to do is just loosen the screw here. So you can bend these back and it'll fit in nice. And also when you open it, while you're fishing, you can keep it open. You can put your stuff on it. And you could also tie a string if you want to these ends and drag it like a sled if you're lazy to close and put everything away. But it's a great way to store. I think, Jess, how many rods you fit in there again? Six rods. So yeah, you can fit 6 rods in here. It's great. Get yourself one if you have more than 1 or 2 rods. 11:30. Let's go there. 'Cause I want to start catching fish soon. It's almost noon. Still nothing. We're gonna try one more spot. There's actually a beaver down that. There's actually a beaver dam down there. We're gonna hit it up. I read some articles saying that a lot of bait fish and stuff like that will swim around those beaver dams. So the trout will come up and feed around there in the mornings and afternoons. But we're gonna go test that out for ourselves and hopefully finally catch some brook trout. You can tell Jesse's a very experienced backpacker here.
Yep.
It's very comfortable. It's got the spud bar hanging on the bottom.
Bait fish will be off the points.
Yeah, but why did I read that a lot of the trout will feed off beaver dams? Because there's a lot of plankton and stuff like that, and
they
minnows.
Well, I guess because they
Create a good environment and stuff.
Yeah.
Clean it up maybe.
and they probably feed on.
And they're constantly moving,
Yeah,
allowing growth.
moving water, and
Let's try it out, man. There's a hole there. I want to pop it.
Probably create structure for brook trout, like for bugs as well, because they hide in the sticks.
So while drilling this little muddy, mucky hole, I actually found this little grub, whatever the hell that is.
I'm gonna put that on my hook.
Yeah, it looks like
A caddis? Is that what a caddis looks like?
I'm not sure, but it's food for trout, I bet. So maybe we could go a little deeper. We'll catch something.
Okay, I'll come back to this guy.
Too, like these fishing experts, they could be like they're probably most likely going to lakes that are like 18 hours away. You know what I mean? Where nobody lives, the pressure's low, everyone catches and releases. You know what I mean? And then they're giving out these tips because they had so much success on the 3 lakes they fished the most all year. You know, like we tried everything. Like we don't have live bait. That's the only thing. But we haven't even been like marking or anything. So it's not even that. It's let's do our own way. Let's go deep.
Go deep and mark bottom, look at the bottom, see what it's like. Like I just want to find a rock pile.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a rock pile. Go a little, maybe in like 15 to 30 feet. Yeah, maybe 20. 20 is a good one too. Throw the fish finder, you drill. I'll throw the fish finder and see if we mark or anything. And then we'll commit there because we got to get out after. So now we're just trying a whole different strategy. We're going to be fishing a little bit deep. Jesse's going to drill some holes. I'm going to place the fish finder there, see how deep it is, see if we can mark fish. And I think we're going to stick with this plan because everything else isn't working. So we just drilled holes all the way back down to where we just were in the morning. And there's no map for this lake. It's a backcountry lake. It's not that far from the road, like super backcountry, but we drilled holes and put the fish finder in it to see the depth. So we got that hole there is 40 feet, then we got 35, and this one here is 30. They're about 10 yards apart. And then we got 27, I think this was. And we have 25 over here. I believe this is still 25 as well. And then we got 20. So now we're gonna fish at 20 along where we just were this morning. But it's a different depth. I'm gonna check it out on the aqua view and maybe we'll get some bites. It's about 1 o'clock, so warmed up to about -2 degrees Celsius. But we'll see. Look, you see that right there, quick?
Yeah.
You can't, look, see how there's nothing? Watch. They like it when it drops down. Drop the octave view vertically down mine just for a second. Maybe we could see who this is. Drop it down mine. So here's the situation. This right here was marking something. Went to go double check it with our aqua view, and it turned out to just be a log. That it was marking and then not marking and then marking and then not marking. So this thing was just messing with me. Now this isn't the most expensive fish finder ever, but it just a tease, and this is so useful, something like that. And we got to see structure and we got to see sticks, and oh man, that's brutal. A day like that was like the most excitement we've had all day, and it was a stick. Like now we're back shallow, like nothing's deep. It just... Alright, so we've been fishing this lake for about 6 hours now. We tried everything, like I said before, many times. We don't really know what's going on. This lake was stocked in 1967 or something like that.
I think it was 1990 or 1987.
This lake was stocked a long time ago. But just because it was last stocked a long time ago doesn't mean that there's no fish here. But what we experienced today seems that way. There was other fishermen here. We didn't really get a chance to talk to them, so we have no idea. But we tried 90% of everything that we could do, all different depths, all different structure. We had that aqua view that could see different structure, some rocks, some weeds. We fished weedy areas near beaver dams, deep or the sand, like everything you could think of. Now we're not brook trout, professionals here, but we tried to take some advice from some on the internet at least. and couldn't find nothing, at least in this lake. But we'll probably come back here and see if we could fix that problem. If we come back a second time we catch nothing, then we're just gonna leave it at that. And it's probably just a lake, because I don't want to give up on all these strategies yet. But I think that's it for today's video. There'll be a lot more videos coming up soon. A lot of lakes are starting to freeze finally, at least in mid-January, so we'll be out doing a lot more of these videos. Let me know if you guys liked the video in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.